Coin Dawn viewers, welcome to my part 1 of the Chinese history and coins. Today we will be covering the Tang Dynasty. The Tang Dynasty was an imperial dynasty in China. It started in 618 and it lasted up to 907 AD. The Tang Dynasty was the greatest historic period in Chinese history. It was preceded by the Sui Dynasty and followed by the 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms. There was a short interruption when Empress Wu Zetian or Wu Zhu of the second Zhou dynasty ruled briefly for 15 years from 690 to 705 AD. The first emperor of the Tang dynasty was Emperor Gaozhou, who ruled from 618 to 626, and the last emperor was Emperor Ai, who ruled from 904 to 907 AD. This was the golden age of Chinese culture and the greatest age for Chinese poetry and one of the high points in Chinese civilization and history. And here are my 4 ancient coins from the Tang dynasty, which covers from the period of 621 to 907. It took me about 7 years to collect these authentic pieces, and they are a true treasure. These coins were known also as the Kaiyuan Dongbao. They are made of bronze and they weigh about 3.45 grams. They are round with a square hole in the middle. And this is the front of the coin. You'll see that this coin is really old. It is more than 1,000 years old. And sometimes you'd have green color platina or purple color platina. It's an oxidization on the coin. And this is the back of the coin. Most of the coins are blank, but some of the coins have some special mint mark like a crescent moon, and they are worth collecting. Being the golden age, this was a period where poetry and sports and art, tea drinking, and even Buddhism spread throughout the empire. Learning was considered to be very important, and court officials were very well educated and highly cultured. There were many famous poets during this period, and I would discuss a little bit more on them later on, especially the people of this period. Next, let me talk to you a little bit about how to collect the Tang coins. The Tang coins, Tang dynasty coins that is, they have certain special mint marks which you have to watch out for. The mint marks on these coins are normally situated at the back, at the top, or at the bottom. They can come in the form of a half crescent moon or some other marking which is clearly indicated over there. As you can see, mine has a little marking at the top. It is a little faint, but it is visible. The marking is not quite clear because of the heavy oxidization on the coin. There were many famous people during this period, and I would like to cover the poets and the painters especially. The famous poets were Li Bai and Du Fu. Also, there was Wang Hui, who did the famous 300 Tang poems. The famous painters were Han Gan, Zhang Xuan, and Zhu Fang. During the Tang period, tea drinking became associated with sophistication in society. So, almost every noble was drinking tea over every occasion. It was a high point during that period. Would you believe it? More than 1,500 years ago, in the Tang court, the game of polo, which is often known as a game of kings and princes, became very popular, especially among the elite and the noblemen of the Tang dynasty. And now, a very important note for coin collectors for the Tang dynasty. Never remove the dark or greenish color on a coin because it will destroy or damage the coin, and it will also remove the look of authenticity, which could, after polishing, make the coin worthless. Because the reason for the change in color is one, because of the formation of patina or oxidization, and the other thing is these coins could have been buried in the ground for a long time, and that's the reason they changed the color. That's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something about the history of the Tang Dynasty and its coinage. My next video is going to be the 5 dynasties and the 10 kingdoms. This came after the fall of the Tang Dynasty, and that's going to be my part 2. Please like, share and subscribe to my videos if you like them. I will bring many great videos to you. Please keep watching and supporting. And until the next video, cheers guys!